On this episode of Small Town Gen X.
Kickball, like
yes,
in
yes,
the field.
all the time in the field.
Yeah.
I loved kickball.
I did too.
It was like one sport. The one sport
That you
I was
did,
good
that
at.
you liked.
Hello? Oh, do I have a story for you? Oh, do tell. Hello and welcome to the podcast Small Town Gen X.
We're two friends that grew up together in a small town who happen to be cousins. Can't get any more small town than that.
And we have a bunch of stories to tell you from our childhood. I'm Kate.
And I'm Launa. We are pretty fucking excited to record this episode.
We're all giggling because we have a guest.
Yes,
in
and we're
studio.
episode 5.
Episode 5. If we counted our bonus, it would be 6.
6, it would
but
be.
Yeah, 5. So we have Jenny in our
I'm here.
little studio today.
I'm here.
And we've talked about Jenny
We
Yes,
have
you
talked
have.
about
past
Jenny.
episodes.
Jenny, do you want to say who you were in our past episodes?
Yes, I was the one with the knife.
That's our knife girl.
I like knives, I guess.
She was going to
She's protecting
defend
us.
our honor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm also the one that got thrown up on.
Yes, you.
Oh, and
Yes,
our
you were.
was that like one of like
That was our first one.
episode?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
She was in our little 4 pod. It was
Yes.
me,
Yep.
the kid that threw up,
Mm-hmm.
Jenny, and I don't remember.
I
who
don't
the other
remember
one
who
is,
it was.
but it was a 4 pod.
Okay. You don't remember the fourth person?
I don't remember the
I
4th
don't.
person.
I don't either.
You just probably remember the
Probably traumatized from the puke and the cheese.
Well,
and
and you
that
probably
was-
remember the throw up person because they're the throw up person.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You probably just would have remembered each other. And maybe you wouldn't even remember each other. You just remember that Jenny got thrown up on.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember, and I don't even remember if I was ever in a class that did pods. Like how you guys had your pod. What grade was that?
Second.
I don't remember that. And I'm sure we did, but I
You don't remember being in little different
Yeah, we were. Yeah, like
structure
our
thing.
desks
Yeah.
were-
We're just
4s.
Yeah.
little, and you
Like a
looked
little
at each
pod.
other.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Yes.
don't think they would have put me in that. Where I looked.
Your desk was by the teacher. Probably.
I probably was in the corner.
Yeah.
In the
He talks
closet.
too much.
Where's Kate?
You know, I was thinking about do you remember when? Cause I'm at the closets,
Yeah.
our little coat
Coat
closets.
closet.
Yeah.
Do you remember the year that we would have voted? Like it would have been a year that I don't even would have been like Reagan probably would have been voted
Probably,
in at
yeah.
that time.
We did an
We did-
election.
Yes,
In
and we
the
in the
closet.
Yes. Remember that?
So I
That would've
honestly remember that more than anything else about a coat closet.
Right.
It was earlier grade because
Was
I don't remember being on that other side
Wing?
of the hallway.
Or yeah.
Like it was in the first wing.
Was it?
So first or
I can't
second.
remember. Well, and I guess if we looked up when, because it had to have been Reagan, right?
Yeah. It had
Who
to
else would have been in the 80s?
Who was after
Reagan? Reagan.
Who was after Reagan? No.
Was
Bush?
HW.
Yeah, Bush.
Old Bush.
Old man.
Oh,
I
God.
do
Old
remember
Bush.
that election. I distinctly remember that. Yeah. In the closet.
In the little closets.
Yeah.
And I remember I voted and then I just stood in there.
Take a break.
Like I'm just watching the thing. I'm thinking very hard about my vote. I don't know why. I remember just being just standing in there
Oh my gosh.
who the heck knows why I did
Do
what I
you
did or do
yeah.
what I do.
Or, yeah, exactly.
It's funny how we can remember the halls
Oh,
So
yeah.
we know, like, okay, we were in
This wing.
this wing or
instead
this
of
the
turn the
old
corner.
school
Yeah.
or the old kids wing.
The older
Or
kids.
the big
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Big kids wing.
Did the big kids? Okay, so the little wing and the big wing. Did we do recess together? No.
No.
No. In kindergarten did their own, and then we
First and second, and then
okay.
third, fourth,
Third, fourth,
fifth.
fifth. Yeah. Would have been
Did
together.
their-
Lunch
own.
too, I believe.
I
That's
think
how
so.
it was, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I do remember lunch being
Separate.
yeah.
God, we wouldn't have all fit in there
No.
No. Nope.
with those dumb things that came out of the wall.
Walls,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. The Murphy style.
Yeah, the Murphy style tables.
We go have PE later.
Yep.
Yes.
Ride this little cart.
Carts.
thing.
Oh, yes.
Also, we had to learn how to dance.
Yeah.
Remember, we had to learn all
Oh
the
my
different
God,
styles
the
of
polka.
dance.
The polka, the square dance. I remember
Yep.
square dancing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
do remember those cards. I forgot.
Yes,
About those cards.
those were so fun.
Yeah.
When it was the cart day. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that was exciting.
Watch out for your fingers.
Yeah, you get them underneath,
Run them over.
Oh my gosh.
and then there was dodgeball.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Dodgeball, and then I remember. I mean, this was obviously we probably played it in the gym when it was raining, but kickball, like
Yes,
out in
yes.
the field.
all
the
the time in the
fields.
field.
Yep.
I loved kickball.
I did too.
It was like one sport. The one sport
That you
I was
did
good at.
that you liked. Do you remember at the elementary school when there was that like ditch and we would crawl in like was it like a culvert
The
or something?
culvert?
Yes. Do you remember that?
Yes.
It was on the side. It was like on the it was in the field
Yeah.
and it was to be the north.
Yes.
Do you remember
I
that?
remember doing it, but I
There
can't
was like a
remember where it
berm.
was.
Because there was like a berm up to the school.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Come
because it came
down.
down.
Okay,
Yep,
yeah,
yep, yep.
okay.
And yeah, we would crawl in there. I remember crawling
Yes.
in that.
Because there used to be dugouts there. Because they played actual.
Right, because
like
we
baseball
we
games
played
there.
t-ball. I
T-ball.
remember playing
Yeah,
t-ball
down,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember doing that, and it's like, how come? I mean, I can understand why we did it. We were kids,
Yeah.
but like, why was there no adult watching us?
Right, where they were always up at the
Up at the
Top.
top, like on the black top or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it,
Yeah.
and they could see down, but
right, but they
did
didn't know
see
what
us
we were
disappear?
doing. There's one person standing there guard, like
Yes, I mean, freaking Pennywise could have got us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Enticing us into that culvert.
yeah.
It was,
I don't
and do you?
know. And I lived like
You
across
did.
the
You
field.
lived
that's
behind.
right.
Yes,
For a
that's
while there.
Right.
So we could just walk up there to the playground whenever we
Yeah.
wanted.
Yes.
My mom, yeah, she'd kick us out. Get out
She'd
of
be
here.
like-
and you'd be up there all day. You're like, I was at school all school time. Now I got to go up there and play in the
she
summer.
worked at the school, so she
Yeah.
always knew what the heck I was doing.
right.
Always.
Right.
She'd just keep an eye on me.
Yeah, that's right. And then she
That was-
followed you when you got up to middle school. She was up
Oh,
there.
God, yeah, she was.
Right.
And in high school.
And
And in high school.
She was making sure you were not being naughty.
I guess.
She had to be with her little Jen.
My BFF.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys remember talking about the field at the grade school?
Yeah.
Do you remember there was that time where people would want to pick up the bees
Yes.
and then they would get stung?
Stung. You picked them up by their wings.
Yes. They'd
You
be,
don't remember
on the
that?
little- they'd be
They'd be on the dandelions.
Yes.
Ew.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
I don't know.
I remember. I know a couple people that
I would never do it because
I would never do
Kate
it
just
either.
picked up a box elderbug with her hand and I had a freak out.
Oh my God.
But that's not gonna sting me. So
I know, but
I was okay
still,
with that.
bugs I don't do.
remember that. Ugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I
And
Yes.
I
wouldn't
remember a
have done
couple
that.
people getting
Stung.
and I don't remember why it was a thing. Why they were.
Why we were
doing
picking
it.
them up. Why they picked them up. I never tried.
I never did either. I would just watch people do it, and I was like, no,
No, that's not for me.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
nah, I'm good.
No.
No stings for me today.
Yeah, that was something. Mm.
Yeah, and that was a big field. Like I remember
It
that
was a
being
big field.
Yeah.
Running. Do you remember
Yes.
running? Oh.
Yeah.
We had to run behind the
Yes.
backstops.
Oh,
and
yes.
PE. Oh, I hated that.
Ugh.
Yes. And now is that just full houses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a cul-de-sac in there now.
Oh.
Okay, because I just never
There's
go
like 5 or 6
by
houses
there.
back there now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy because
weird.
if you just moved here, you just can't. You have no idea there was a school there.
No.
It doesn't look like there was
No.
any remnants of a
No.
school or anything. And I'm like, that's our
That was
like
our school.
little
Yeah, Westward.
childhood.
Yeah.
I know. I know it. So before we got on today, we were kind of talking about different things that we did as kids and things that we didn't have, and like now, like especially like thinking of like safety, cars,
Right.
and the
yeah.
kids are in they're
No
in
seatbelts.
I
No.
know. They're in their little car seats till they're like 10.
Oh, yeah. 10 or a certain pound.
Yes.
90 pounds.
Yes. So the poor kids that are like skinny, they're like, I have to be in a car seat.
Yep.
Still, I'm 16 and
Yep.
driving in my car seat.
Mm-mm.
We didn't have anything. We didn't
No.
have a car seat.
No.
What did you guys do when you rode with your parents? Did you do something like crazy, or did you just sit in the
Sometimes I would sit on my dad's lap and drive.
Yeah. My brother always had to be in the middle.
In the
Like
middle.
in the seat. My dad had the shifter car. And
Yeah.
so he'd be driving. My brother would be sitting on a pillow.
Yes.
On the console thing in the middle.
Oh, okay.
And then my mom and then my
You and your
sisters and I were in the 3 of us in the back.
Okay.
And Tracy always, oh, well. Hello, well, Tracy, I'm calling you out. She always would say, you lay in the window. And so I'd get in the back window.
Right.
I remember doing
Way
that
there.
too.
Yeah.
Being like just going in the back
Or vans.
window.
Being in a van.
Oh, yeah.
My,
we had that big
my,
van.
Yeah, you had a van too. But my uncle had a van, and I remember you just roamed around in it, when you're driving.
There
You
weren't
didn't.
seats in
No,
it when my
I
parents bought
mean,
it was just a big van. It had no windows. Like
Oh.
it's like the scary van you guys were talking about, but it was brown and there were no seats in it. So my mom and dad built like benches. into
Okay.
it. My mom sewed cushions
Yeah.
for the benches.
And it went like on the outskirts.
yeah,
Kind
it
of.
went, like, on the
Okay.
Round.
outskirts.
Nice.
And then we would take it camping, and then they'd put a big piece of plywood and like a mattress on there, and we'd sleep in there.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That sounds like a good. I mean, for like camping and stuff, that sounds like that would be
No safety whatsoever.
no, no.
no. If Jason Voorhees was out, then you totally would have been the van. They would have been.
He would have opened up the back doors.
Yes, yes.
Drug you out with your sleeping bag.
For sure.
But yeah, I'm sure they had the bench, but they didn't build any kind of seatbelt.
No.
You were just sitting on
We were
the.
just sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I had a friend that had a station wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we just pile up in the back of the station
Yes.
wagon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sit.
And like look out the back.
Mhm.
Yes. I can remember sitting in the back of my grandpa's truck.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And you
Trucks,
just sit there and drive around
Town. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if you would have had like a hard stop,
Oh, yeah.
totally fallen out.
Yes.
Or like smacked into the
Oh, I hated
The
riding
front.
the back.
the
Yeah.
cab. Yeah. Because I would always sit on like the tire wheel thing. You would like
Right,
sit
and-
up. You
yep.
wouldn't even sit like
in the
down.
actual bed.
In the
yes. Yes.
I mean, you have to see. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the easiest place to fall out when you're.
I know, because you would just like
Yeah,
topple
fall- oh, yeah.
out. I don't know how I didn't. but-
I don't think I did. I mean, I fell out of a van, but it wasn't.
Out of the van?
I fell out of it, but I wasn't. I don't remember it. I just was told. Not
Just
when it-
because you hit your head, you don't remember.
She was concussed.
I was little, and I don't know if I opened up the door. Somebody opened up the door, I think, and I was standing there, and I fell out.
Oh my lord. What the hell?
I don't think I ever heard this story.
Me either.
That's why I'm just like.
That was in my
looking
uncle's
at
good
you.
time van. The good time van. It had a sink in the back.
Shut up.
Yes. We would play in that all the time.
A sink.
A sink.
A
I guess
sink.
we had
a
a fridge
sink.
in ours.
I don't
Oh,
know
did
what
you?
else
Oh,
he
nice.
had. But yeah, we would it was red. It had big red seats, the captain's chairs
Yeah.
as the second seats, and then it had a bench in the back, and it had
A sink,
A
just in
sink.
case you don't wash your hands. After falling out.
After falling out, yeah. What the
Some
heck?
cold water on her face.
Was it moving when you fell out?
I think we just parked.
Oh.
And I think somebody, I don't know. My mom will have to tell me, but
She was getting up trying to get out quick.
probably. That's
before everybody
why I went out.
You got out.
I got out.
else clunked out.
Yep, fell face first.
Oh my gosh. I never fell out of a car. The later years.
You did, yes, you did.
College years, I did fall out of a car. But
You did high school year too.
Oh yes, I did. I didn't fall out.
No, you didn't fall out. You jumped out.
I jumped out and fell on the sidewalk. It was icy, and I didn't realize it was that icy.
Oh my god.
I don't remember like falling, but I can still remember looking back at the van door that was open, and other people were you in there?
No, I think I got dropped off first.
Probably first, maybe.
Yeah. Because I always had a curfew.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you guys never did.
No. Well, because you had a curfew. So my mom was like, okay, well, I know that if, like, say when we were at the age where we could go out of town and drive and, like, go to a movie, because usually that's what we did.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
My mom would be like, okay, I know they're in town by 10 or whatever it was.
Whatever your Jenny's curfew was.
Yeah, whatever your curfew was. So then she wasn't worried about it. Like, she was like, well, I know they're in town somewhere.
It's a Jenny's strict mom.
It was, yeah.
Yes. I can remember talking about my mom, like, with, like, seatbelts, whatever. I can remember standing, she'd be driving, and I would stand behind her.
Yes.
Like, between her and, like, the back of the seat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? Like, you would go to jail if you did that now.
Yeah.
Like, if a kid was doing that. I mean, I wouldn't even think about doing that.
Right.
But, like, that was just
that's
fun.
like driving the car. You know, I'd sit on my dad's lap and drive out to the
Yes.
dump. That was usually where we went, to the dump.
To the dump.
Yep.
Yes.
In our El Camino.
Oh, I remember that.
But, yeah, you couldn't do any of that stuff.
Oh, God, no. Jeez.
No, there's so much stuff that it's like, whoops.
Yeah.
I mean, now you can
There was
get pulled
another
over for not having your seatbelt on.
Right, yeah. There was a time when you stopped short with me. If you don't know what that is, it's putting your arm out so you don't go through the windshield. We were it was icy and we were sliding and we couldn't stop.
Yes.
And you put your hand out to hold me. And I was like, what?
It was just an instinct.
Oh
It was
my God.
protecting you. Like Jenny had her
Saving
knife.
you.
I had my arm.
Oh my God. Oh, that was funny.
That was by the Methodist Church.
It was by the Methodist church.
Because I was like, we're not gonna stop.
Nope.
At that
You're like,
stop
I'm not
sign."
stopping, Launa.
Nobody stops at that stop sign anyway.
No, not
No.
even when
They-
it's dry.
No, they
Dry
still
road,
don't.
they still don't stop.
No, they don't. I always make sure to, because I'm always like, well, because there's a stop sign there, but also because I'm like, well, make sure you stop and like it's a full stop, because I don't know if there's gonna be a cop around watching that. So I'm
Right.
like,
True.
yeah. So I'm like, I gotta do a full stop.
10
I thought you were
You
gonna
can't
talk
for
about-
10 seconds or 5 or what is.
I don't do
I don't
that.
even remember.
I didn't even. That's a thing.
Yeah. You're
Okay,
supposed to stop behind the
Teach us that
stop
in
sign.
Driver's ed or what?
No, I think
don't remember that part.
I don't either.
the driving book.
Oh, the test.
The test,
book.
yeah, the
Okay.
book.
I just not too long ago. Well, it would have been like last fall. Like a year ago. I had to take a stop class because I got a speeding ticket, and I do not remember that. They didn't tell me that in that.
Oh, that you had to stop behind
class.
a stop
Yeah, you
sign
have to
for so
stop
long.
behind it,
You have to stop
and
for so
then you
long,
can
and then
inch
you
your
can.
way
Yep.
up. Yeah.
No, they didn't have that. The
I
thing
do
that
remember that.
Yep.
the thing that I was like, oh, I guess I should do that. Where when you're stopping behind a car,
Mhm.
that you're supposed to be able to see their back tires, and then
Yes.
you watch the tires, and when they start to move, that's when you move, not when
Oh.
like the light turns green.
Well,
And I was like, well, that makes sense. But
You don't wanna
you
rear-end
totally
them,
do
but-
where you're looking you're like, okay, it's green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a thing that was on. I remember that because I was like, okay,
Yeah.
gotta watch those
Where did
tires.
you get a ticket?
I got a ticket in Lincoln on South Street.
Oh,
It was like
for speeding or
for speeding, and it was I would have been going the correct speed, but I was in a school zone. During.
And
It was actually
slows
kind of scary.
down.
It was like Jason Voorhees was jumping out to get me. This cop literally just jumped out in the middle of the road and was like going like this. So I think they had like a sting, operation where someone was like,
somebody before,
got it.
Right.
And then that one told me to pull over, and then came and just gave me my ticket.
You should have said, "Are you a real police officer? Let
I
me
know.
see your badge."
I know. I should have, but I was just like, well, I had just come.
Did you cry?
No. I was mad at it, and I was mad at myself more because I was like, damn it, you knew that it was like school was in like it was that time. And I had just gotten, I can't remember if I had just had my like a checkup with because I had my neck stuff going on, and I don't know if it was like pre or post surgery thing. So I was just like, I think it was pre, because I feel like I had just gotten bad news, like I'm gonna have to have surgery. And then I was like, now I gotta got a speeding ticket.
You should have told them your story.
I should have tried to cry.
Yeah. That you're having surgery. You just got back from the doctor. You're having surgery.
And I only have 2 days to live. So you might as well just keep that.
Keep your ticket.
Keep your ticket.
Keep your ticket. Do you remember ever getting pulled over in high school?
Yes.
Maybe. I guess I remember getting pulled over. We were driving another person's car. And she hadn't put her plates on yet.
I remember that,
and we did a little fire drill.
We did a fire drill around the car.
I got in the driver's seat, and then we got pulled over.
Yep. And you were like, yep. She, wasn't it?
She had some tags in there.
Yes. Wasn't it? Didn't we make up the excuse that she had something in her eye or something like that, and you had to drive?
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
We were very creative.
You were very creative.
Yeah.
I mean,
really
and you had your license?
Yeah, but she didn't have it with her.
Yeah, I didn't.
Nope.
Oh, so that was the thing.
And he was like, "Go home and get it." And I was like, "That's what we were doing."
Yeah.
So did he follow you to the house? I don't think I was with you.
I don't think he did.
I don't think so. I think it was just the three of us that time.
I think so.
Did he just tell you just to go home and get your license?
Yeah, go get your license if you're going to drive.
Yeah. Oh, and put your tags on your car.
Yeah. And you said that's not my car.
Did you get pulled over because the tags, or why did you get pulled over?
I think he saw us
doing the fire
drill. He's like, you nerds.
Yeah.
I'm pulling these nerds over.
It's high school.
Or are they on drugs?
Yeah. They must
running around their car. I got pulled over once, not for speeding, but for loitering at the park.
Really?
What? Yeah. And I got a stern talking to by the cop and was like, because about who my family was, and like, that my grandfather was, he knew, because of that time people still knew.
Yeah.
And then went home, and then my mom that particular day or that evening had given me a curfew by like 11 o'clock or something like that. Well, I was like 20 minutes late because of this.
Oh, the police
being pulled over.
Yeah.
And I remember like walking in. You remember my mom? She could have those great like faces.
The face.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she had that face, and I was like, I got pulled over, and I told her like why, and she was just like, oh, fine. Like, she was like, okay, well, don't loiter at the park.
Yeah.
That's right, because they closed the park then. That was when we were in high school. They would shut it. Like at 10 o'clock, you couldn't be there anymore.
Yes, and at the time, you could drive around the park. Like now
it's blocked.
And where it was blocked is I had stopped because there were people at the park. And so the people in my car we talked to the people that were there. And then the cop kind of came by. And so then I left. And then he pulled me over up by the grocery store. Up by where Wahoo Super was.
Yeah.
And then, proceeded to I kind of was like, can you just give me a ticket?
Yeah, like
Instead of like,
yeah, sure.
talking to me for 15 minutes. My mom's gonna be mad
because I still had to take everybody home. So it was like, I mean, it's not like I had a huge load of people, but I still had to get them home before going home.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I feel like that was the only time. I don't think I ever got a ticket. Just a parking ticket one time. Okay.
At the school.
I've gotten some like warning tickets, but that's like late, like
later.
Not in high school.
Not in high school.
Yeah.
Didn't you two get in an accident?
No,
together?
it wasn't me.
No.
I did.
You got in an accident. Didn't someone hit you? Or
I hit them with snow. Yep, it was snowing.
They let us out of school early.
I was taking somebody home.
Yes.
Oh, I thought for some reason I thought it was Jenny.
No, and it was right there in front of her house.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So there's a stop sign there.
Yes.
And your car wasn't stopping.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like a lot of damage or anything.
No.
It was just really a tap.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Say probably the only reason it would be damaged is because it's so darn cold, or something would break because
like
it's
crack.
cold. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
They let us out of school early that day. And everybody was like panicking.
Yeah.
I was like,
sure. Like,
you know how people are? They get like flappy and it's snowing. It's icing. Get the buses. Yeah. It was like, I just remember it being real panicky.
It was that day. I don't know why. Well, we had enough snow. They probably should have let us out earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was snowing and snowing and snowing all day.
Yep.
Yeah, they should have. Especially because for the buses.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's so fun. Well,
I mean, they get out of school. Yeah, they get out of school now and it doesn't even snow.
Right.
They cancel it the night before because the meteorologist says we're going to get snow.
Right. I can remember, and I feel like that was another thing that they've ruined.
Yes.
I can remember, like, we would be watching the 10
news.
o'clock news.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we would get a call because if we had friend, like if you, mom,
whoever worked at the school,
then we would like have our calling tree of telling each other like there's not gonna be school. But you would be waiting, like you'd watch it scroll, like you'd see all the other schools getting, and then
there was no like calling tree like there is now, like automatic calls.
Where everyone gets it. No. You literally
had to watch the news, yes.
Yes.
There was no Facebook where people are saying, is there school today?
Yes.
No
that's a very
board. No community board.
It's like the community board. I'm always like, do they ever know when school is?
Yeah.
Because
there's always somebody on there.
Is there school
That's
today?
my entertainment.
Yes, me too.
Very good. It's very good entertainment. Yeah, we didn't have that, but we did have to. Our entertainment was watching
the TV. Yeah. Yep.
And then being so excited when you find out. And then if you did see it, then you were calling each other like,
we have school.
And there were times, sometimes we even waited till in the morning.
Like, a lot of the times it wasn't
like
until
6
morning.
or 6:30 in the morning. Then you would find out.
Then you would find out that you didn't have school.
And a lot of times we would have school, we would just have a late start.
Yeah.
10 o'clock start.
Which was nice, but I'm like, nah, I'd just rather have the whole.
Well, yeah.
Because then it's pointless. You're all discombobulated.
Right.
Yes.
Nobody knows what's going on the whole day.
Yeah.
It's exactly.
Your whole day's thrown off.
It is.
It's like, what period are we starting?
I know.
It's like, where we're supposed to be.
I'm coming to school and it's lunch already?
Yeah. Yes, because you'd have like one class and then it would be lunch.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, we probably should end this little episode.
Yeah, we've been yakking.
We have been yakking. This has been a good one, but we've talked about a lot of stuff, like fun stuff, like with the cars and everything. More about cars than anything else. But we have other things that we could talk about for the next episode. And Jenny maybe will come back. Yeah. And we can talk about that, like stuff like, how we were very thirsty a lot when we were kids. There was no 64 ounces of water a day.
No.
Drink your 8 ounces and
Yeah.
We didn't have any.
No. Your cup that tells you how many ounces you had. We didn't have that.
No.
Put that away.
We wouldn't be able to have any of that stuff at school. We never could have anything out.
No.
Could you imagine cell phones when we were?
No.
Oh, no. Well, we could talk about that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jenny, thanks for...
Jenny.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Fun.
So you'll have to come back. Have a kind of almost like a part 2 of this episode.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening today. And make sure if you are loving what you're hearing to tell your friends and to give us a little like on whichever platform you're listening to us.